Everyone, I am so excited to bring to y'all my new spreadsheets for the new back office. I had a template report for the old back office, but I didn't have anything yet for our new one. So this is going to be a tool that you can use to forecast your numbers for the month and for the future month, and just to kind of do the same for your team and get a better picture of what's happening with your data. So the first thing you're going to need to know how to do is to download the detailed genealogy report into Excel. So I'm not going to show you this on the screen because it's confidential information, but what you're going to do is you're going to go to Reports, Detailed Genealogy, and in the upper left-hand corner, there's going to be a little folder there, and you're just going to click Download. You're just going to click on that folder. It's going to download it to Excel, and then you're going to open up your file, and it's going to look a little something like this right here. So I have changed the data up so that all the names and everything is kept confidential. And this is a spreadsheet for a leg of my team. So this is what I love about our new back office. If we can take chunks of our team and look and see how they're doing to forecast their numbers. Now, the way to do that is when you go to that detailed genealogy, before you download, you're going to enter their ID number into the Focus ID. It's under organization. There's a little box that says Focus ID. You enter their ambassador number, and then you click it to refresh. And that data there is going to be exactly what they're seeing in their back office. The level numbers is to that person, not to you. And so this is so handy in forecasting for your team. So I've done this for a leg of my team. So I've already got this out. I've changed the information. You're going to get it out, and then you're going to copy it all. You're going to highlight it all and copy all the data, not the whole page, but the data. And then you're going to go over here to Detail Gen, and you're going to click your mouse in A1, and you're going to paste it. Now, once you get this in here, and real quick, I said not the page, but just the data, because I have some formulas over here too. So if you highlight the entire page and copy the whole page, it's going to delete that and mess up the report. So just highlight the data. You get it in here. You're going to click on Sheet 1 down here at the bottom. See, I have 4 tabs, so we're putting that in the Detail Gen tab. And then we're going to go back to Sheet 1, and it's going to populate everything here. So when you're doing this, you're going to need to copy down these formulas for how many fields you have. So I'm going to go back over here to Detail Gen, and look, she's got 562 people on her team. I can see right there. So I'm going to go back to Sheet 1. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to copy this down 562 rows. I might do an extra just to make sure, and those are all zeros, so delete that out. So now I have all of her data here in this report. Now, the only field I don't have yet is this actual points field. I know that it's very annoying not being able to see what points we're getting paid for our team in the Detailed Gen report. This is something that's coming soon, but until it comes, I went ahead and put this in here. So what you're going to do until we get that report, now keep in mind this is only something you can do for your own data. So I'm going to show you how to pull it in for this one, but it's not going to be accurate for her because I am looking at a leg, not myself. So you're going to go to Reports, Paid Per Level Report. You're going to download that report just like you did the other one. You're going to click on the little folder. You're going to have to click it twice on this one. And then don't open it this time though. You're going to click on the Paid Level Report tab down here at the bottom. And up here, we're going to go to Data from Text. Make sure I'm in A1. Data from Text. And I'm going to find that report. I'm going to click on it. It's going to be delimited. Next. And here we're going to take out tab and click other. And we're going to put the line, that little up and down line. It's the button. You press shift and the button under the backspace if you're on a regular keyboard. And then you just click finish. A1. And that's going to import it correctly. So now we're going to go back over here to Sheet 1, and it pulls in the ports. It's going to automatically, on this report, pull in those numbers that's pulled off of the paid level report. So now that we have this data, what do we do with it? There's lots of things that I like to look at when I'm looking at data. One of the first ones, if you're forecasting for next month, is to look at everyone on your team with your auto qual on. So I have a field here that has auto qual, yes or no. And what this is pulling is it's looking at people who have an auto call volume over 100 PV. It's just going to say yes. I missed that old field in our last one, so I just made one. And over here I have a field called possible points. This is if you're a level 1, 2, 3, I just gave you a 5. If you're level 4, I give you a 4, and so on. This is the if there were no compression or if there was full compression, this is the points you would get on that person. So it might be a little more if there's legs that have quit. So I'm going to highlight the possible points. And down here at the bottom, you're going to have a toolbar that shows you the sum. So her sum is at 1361. So if she adds another 40 or 50 people this month, we can kind of give her an idea of how many more she needs to add the last 2 weeks of the month to be on track for Emerald for next month. So it's a great tool to be able to see things like that. So right there I can see where she's looking for next month. If I want to see where she's looking for this month, there's a couple steps you're going to want to take throughout the month as you do this. The first thing you're going to want to do is see what her actual points are with full compression. So I'm going to sort here by PV. Now this is PV without welcome pack. So this is your actual PV that you're getting paid on and you're getting points on. And I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to see everyone that's over 100 PV. And I'm going to go over and up and look at the possible points. She's at 635 here. However, the points I see her in my back office are 774. So if she shows 774 in her back office and I'm showing 635, that means there actually is about 140 points of compression going on her team. So there's probably a big leg that hasn't got their PV yet. So it's a good thing to warn your team sometime if they feel like their points are really high. Hey, heads up, there is going to be a little bit of compression happening. So I do that first. So 635 is the number we're going to add it to. And then the next thing I'm going to want to look at is I'm going to turn all auto qual on. I'm going to take out the month of February. I'm going to go over here to join date, and I'm going to take out, I want everybody that joined except for our newbies, because our newbies, and in this join date, this also includes your upgrades, so that you don't have to worry about including those upgrades. I've included in that date. So that I took out everyone that's joined in February of this year. Their auto qual is on. Now I'm going to want to sort by PV smallest to largest, and I want to see everybody who has under 100 PV. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to highlight all of those points. There are 627 points left to process. 627. So right now for this month, if all of her auto quals go through and nobody else new or nobody else inactive gets their points, she's going to end at 1262. Now we know they're not all going to go through, and this is a good time to teach your team to take ownership of those level 1s of theirs who auto calls aren't processing, and teach them to check in with them, make sure everything's okay. If someone's auto call is not going through, that means they're not getting their order, and they're either not happy with their products and they don't care, or they're upset and they want their products. Either way, we need to know what's happening. So make sure you use this as a teaching tool to have your team check in with those blue lines that didn't process. But the good thing is this number does tend to be fairly accurate, because even the ones that don't go through, they're made up with newbies who did get their points, or else inactives that decided to go ahead and order. So it's not, there's some legs that it tends to be more accurate on than others, but just know it's not like a hard set number, but it does give you an idea to help your team to see how close are you to your goals. Is this something you can actually do this month, or is it way out of reach? Another thing I love to look at real quick is how many people you've added this month worth of points. Looking at the number of people doesn't really tell me anything. Someone could say, I added 200 people to my team this month, but what if they were all level 7s? That doesn't tell me as much. So click on join date, change it to the current month, and then we're going to go over here and highlight the possible points. She's added, and look down here, she's added 69 people, but that's 242 points worth so far this month. So we know that she needs another 139 possible points this month, and she's already added, what did I say again? 242, and we're only halfway through the month. So if she can just keep up at the exact pace that she's at, she's going to be looking good. So hopefully this helps y'all. It's a great tool. There's lots more you can do with it. So just play around and let me know if you have any questions.